Good morning, children. We have already started with the chapter States of Matter. So we have seen that matter is made up of tiny particles, that is atoms, and we have seen that matter exists in different states, that is solid, liquid and gaseous. Now the question is, can matter be converted from one form into another? Mean to say, can solid be converted into liquid or liquid into gaseous or vice versa? So let's study this in detail. Okay, so now we are going to study change of state. So matter can change its form. What do you mean by this? It means to say, if matter exists in solid form, it can be converted into liquid and liquid can be converted into gas. How? So if we provide heat to solid, it will get converted into liquid. If we provide heat to liquid, it will get converted into gaseous form. Vice versa, if we cool gas, it will get converted into liquid, and if we cool liquid, it will get converted into solid form. So the classic example to study this is water, as we are going to see this because water is easily available everywhere and day in and out we study this example. So the solid form of water is ice. If we provide heat to ice, it will get converted into water, that is a liquid form of matter. So ice will melt and will get converted into water, that is a liquid form of matter. Now if we heat water, water will get converted into water vapor, that is gaseous form of matter. So this process will be evaporation, and you must have observed even in the nature water cycle. So basically the water in the seas and ocean, it gets heated up by the sun's energy and gets converted into water vapor, right? Now, if I cool water vapor, which is in the gaseous form, it will get converted into liquid form, that is water. This process is called condensation. The process of converting gaseous form into liquid form by cooling is called condensation. Now, if again I freeze water, means if I cool water to a lower temperature, it will get converted into ice by the process of freezing. So this is how matter will change its state. This is solid state of matter, that is ice. So if you see ice, if you touch, you can see it has a rigid shape and size. The molecules in ice are very closely packed and the force of attraction is the greatest. So it has a rigid shape as well as it will have a definite volume. Now if I keep this ice for a longer period at room temperature, it will gain heat from the surrounding and the molecules will gain energy and they'll start moving away. The moment the molecules will move away, means the distance will increase, the force of attraction will decrease and you can see it will get converted into liquid, that is water. So this is a liquid form of matter. Now if I heat this liquid for a longer time, means if I provide heat energy, again the molecules will start moving far away, the force of attraction will be released and now you can see here that it gets converted into water vapor. So can you see water vapor rising from this pot? So basically water is getting converted into water vapor, that is the gaseous form of matter. Now if you see, there are water droplets on this dish. It means if I cool water vapor, it will get converted into liquid form. Means the gaseous form will get converted into liquid form if we cool it. So this process is condensation. And if I freeze this liquid water, means if I cool it further, and it will get converted into ice, that is the solid form of matter. So this is how change of state is studied. Now we have started with change of state, right? And we have seen that how solid gets converted into liquid, liquid into gaseous or vice versa. But can it happen that solid might get converted directly into gaseous state? A gaseous state might get converted directly into solid state. So let's see some examples of this. So when solid solid state, okay, when solid state of matter directly gets converted into gaseous state without going into the state of liquid, it is called sublimation. So the process in which the solid phase directly goes into the gaseous phase without entering the liquid phase is called sublimation. The examples are camphor balls, naphthalene balls or iodine crystals. So you must have observed that if you put camphor, so here you can see, so here if you see, these are the camphor and these are the naphthalene balls. So you must have observed that this camphor, if it is burned, it directly enters into gaseous state without getting into liquid state. And this naphthalene balls are kept in our clothes, in our wardrobes, and after some days they disappear. You must have observed that this solid state directly enters into the gaseous state without going into liquid state. So these two shows the property of sublimation. Okay, now we have seen sublimation in which solid phase directly enters into gaseous phase. There is one more process in which the gaseous phase directly goes to solid phase without entering the liquid phase, and that process is called deposition. So deposition is a process in which the gaseous state of matter gets converted into solid state of matter without entering the phase of liquid. The classic example of this is carbon dioxide gas gets converted into solid state and it is called dry ice.